Hello and welcome back to the Chelsea debate. Josh, it's our lunch break, and I thought by now Lukaku would have been confirmed. It hasn't, and we're dragging it out. But we know, and everyone knows, Romelu Lukaku is a Chelsea player, and it's our first chance to pop on and talk about it. So, come on, talk to me about it. What are you saying about this deal?
I'm quite excited, as I think everybody is. We talked a lot last season, and it was a shame, but it was sort of a recurring theme across our videos, wasn't it? That we really did need that out and out striker to just be finishing off the chances that we were creating. And let's be honest, Lukaku's going to do that, isn't he? So I'm really excited. Can't wait to actually get it confirmed, because although it's like the worst kept secret in football, it's one of those until you see him in a Chelsea shirt. Still a little bit nervous. Are you excited for it though?
I am excited. Like I say, we were trying to put off doing this until it was confirmed, but we've got other videos we need to do, so this has had to be done. But yeah, Drogba's confirmed it, and all the reports saying it should be today. And I thought it would have been done by now. It's lunchtime, but at some point today it'll be announced. I am excited, yeah, and I know everyone sort of knows a lot about him. Got the stats: is 30 goals last season for Inter, 30 plus goals the year before. He's a goal scorer, and that's what we need. Now, he's got a lot of critics in England, and maybe I'm seeing it from a different angle. I've got a close mate who's a Manchester United fan. He really doesn't like him. So that sort of has always clouded my judgment on him, because he really doesn't like him. And he can be, he's had a reputation, has he, as sort of a clunky footballer, not a footballer, but he is, and he's a goal scorer. And we've got the creative players around him, haven't we?
No, definitely. There's obviously always been it's almost been a little bit of a meme, hasn't it, about his first touch. But ultimately, you buy a striker to score goals, and wherever he's been, he's done exactly that. His record at every club. Even go back a few years, and when he was at West Brom and then Everton, you say what you want about him, he's a goal scorer, and I think that's what we need. I think when he was at Man United, there was probably they needed him to do more than just score goals because of where they were in their sort of development since Ferguson's obviously left. Whereas we don't need that. We've got, as you just said, we've got the creative players. We've got the people who will put it on a plate for him. He just needs to focus on sticking it in the back of the net. And I think the other key thing is there was a lot of talk about him being overweight when he was at Man United. And then obviously he went to Inter Milan. I think it was like 8 kilos, 9 kilos he dropped because he went on a proper diet. And, you could see from his pace and everything came on. And he's a different player now. He's been incredible the last couple of years. And obviously we saw he had a good Euros as well. So no, I think it's really exciting. Obviously, I know there was a lot of talk about Haaland, wasn't there? And I think, most, never mind Chelsea fans of any club in the world, you're hoping that your club can get him. But obviously, for whatever reason, that hasn't happened. But, I definitely don't think Lukaku is a bad signing at all. It's a brilliant signing, and I'm really excited.
I am as well, to be fair. But it's a record signing, and it's sort of, he's gone full, like a full arc, isn't he? Because he was with us, he's gone off, and like you've mentioned, West Brom, that was a loan, Everton, United, Inter, and he's back now. This is sort of, we're getting the fully, finished version of him now, what should be his peak. And if you think of the age when Drogba joined the first time, he could still have a few really important years, couldn't he, at the top, which he is right now. Would you put him in that elite bracket of striker?
I think it's very hard, isn't it? Because we've all got used to in football. You look at Messi and Ronaldo's stats, and then you sort of can't help but judge everyone else against them. But you drop just below that, and then for me, you've got the likes of Lukaku, Lewandowski, obviously now Haaland, Cavani. He's definitely in that bracket, isn't he? Suarez as well, I should mention. Kane. He's definitely in that bracket. Yeah, Kane. He's definitely in that bracket, and we know he's going to score goals. So the record signing thing, obviously, okay, it is a lot of money, but if you want good players now, you have to spend the money. It's the crazy world of football. My only one sort of downside on it, or potential downside, is the fact that he doesn't do sort of more than 2 or 3 years at a club, which, if we keep him for 2 years, he'll be 30. Then you're looking at, we've just spent the best part of £100 million on him now.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the money back? But then you never know, do you? It's all hypothetical. He could score 30 goals a season for the next 2 years. He's the best thing since sliced bread, and he goes elsewhere. So I think it's a brilliant signing. It's one that all Chelsea fans should be getting excited about.
Yeah, we're going to do a couple of videos that fully previewing the season, and we'll look at Lukaku. Hopefully, we can have all the pictures of him in the shirt and everything. But if we wrap up in terms of just really briefly, what does that mean for our attack? Because you're not spending that money not for him to start, and clearly he's starting through the middle. That's what he's doing. So where does that leave the rest of Werner, Havertz, Ziyech, Mount? We won't go too much detail, but how initially can you see that lining up?
I think it's tough. I think you'll see a front three to start the season. Obviously, Lukaku will take a couple of weeks probably to get fitness and get in a group. But once he's available, I think you'll see a front three of Lukaku, Mount, and probably Havertz. I think Mount and Havertz will be a bit roaming around and swapping positions, just seeing where the danger can be created. But I think that's the nail on, isn't it? If we're spending this money, Lukaku is going to be the man through the middle, which does probably push Werner out to the left permanently, which he was for a lot of last season anyway. And, we did a lot of videos where he can be criticised for not scoring, although he did get double figures in assists and goals last year. He was still a menace on the left, wasn't he? And, will it improve his game from the left if he's got someone in the middle in terms of assists and everything else? If he can be more creative, if you've got someone that's absolutely prolific in the middle, putting them away, are we going to be talking about 25 assists for Timo Werner next year? You don't know, do you? I think it's a really exciting time. And I think it's a case of us counting up how many trophies we're going to win this year.
I hope so. Well, the limelight sort of off Werner might help him.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going to be looking at Lukaku. And really briefly, I've got to mention Ziyech there because you mentioned assists and setting goals up. Well, surely he's looking at Lukaku coming in and thinking, hang on a minute, I can, that might suit my game. If I've got a target man in there, well, he's more than just a target man, but, if I've got a clinical goal scorer, it could suit him as well. So, really interested to see how we set up.
Yeah, no, it's going to be tough, isn't it? I suppose it's the beauty and the headache of having so many options in a certain position, but that's what you get for playing for a big club, isn't it? If you're a player, there's going to be competition.
Yeah, definitely. And Reece James going to get down to the bookmakers, 20 assists. He's getting it this season. He's setting them all.
Easily.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up then because I know you've got to go back to work and we've got more content coming up though. Follow us on our Twitter and Instagram and like and subscribe if you're new. But just waiting for him to hold up that shirt now, but it'll be very close now. But until next time, we'll see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.